Hey there! Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's probably going to sting a little: why most people will never be successful. Yeah, I know, it sounds harsh. But the truth is, most people are stuck in patterns and habits that keep them exactly where they are, struggling, frustrated, and far away from their goals. But here's the good news. This video is perfect for listening while you do other things. Whether you're cleaning, working out, driving, or just chilling, you can plug in your headphones and let's talk about the real reasons why most people never reach their full potential and how you can avoid falling into the same traps. Let's get into it. Let's be real. Most people want to be successful, but they don't even know what that means for them. Think about it. If I ask you right now, what does success look like for you? What would you say? For most people, it's something vague like, I want to be rich, or I want to be happy. But here's the problem. Vague goals lead to vague results. If you're not clear on what you want, how are you supposed to work towards it? Imagine you're driving without a destination. You're just driving around aimlessly, wasting gas and time. That's exactly what life is like without clear goals. Let me tell you a story. There's this guy named Jim. Jim always said he wanted to be successful. He said he wanted to make a lot of money, travel the world, and own a big house. But when you asked him, how are you going to do that? He had no answer. Every day, he'd go to a job he hated, hang out with people who weren't going anywhere, and spend his weekends drinking away his frustration. Now compare that to someone like Sarah. Sarah was specific. She said, I want to make $100,000 a year within the next 2 years through my online business. I want to travel to 3 new countries next year and save enough to buy my first investment property by the time I'm 30. See the difference? Jim was vague, Sarah was laser focused. One of them is going to end up exactly where they want to be. The other, probably still dreaming about it. So, how do you set clear goals? Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, say, I want to save $10,000 in the next 12 months by creating an online side hustle. Break it down. Big goals can be overwhelming. Break them into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000, figure out how much you need to save each month, each week, and even each day. Set deadlines. Goals without deadlines are just wishes. Set a timeline and hold yourself accountable. Write it down. Studies show that writing down your goals makes you 42% more likely to achieve them. Put it on paper, stick it on your wall, and look at it every day. Here's a harsh truth. Most people are so afraid of failing that they never even try. Think about that for a second. People would rather stay exactly where they are, broke, frustrated, and unfulfilled, than risk failing at something new. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. They didn't let it stop them. They used it as fuel. Let me tell you about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before she became a billionaire, she was selling fax machines door to door. She got rejected hundreds of times. People slammed doors in her face, hung up on her, and laughed at her, but she didn't quit. Why? Because she wasn't afraid to fail. In fact, her dad used to ask her every day, what did you fail at today? As if failing was a good thing. And it is. It means you're trying. It means you're learning. It means you're one step closer to getting it right. So, how do you deal with the fear of failure? Reframe it. Instead of seeing failure as a sign of incompetence, see it as a learning experience. Every time you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Set small wins. Start with small, low-risk actions. If you're afraid of starting a business, start by selling one product. If you're afraid of speaking in public, start by speaking to a small group. Accept it. Failure is inevitable. The only way to avoid it is to do nothing. And that's the biggest failure of all. Let's talk about discipline. A lot of people think they're not successful because they lack motivation. But guess what? Motivation is overrated. It comes and goes. Some days you feel like conquering the world. Other days, you just want to binge Netflix and eat snacks. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. It's setting a schedule and sticking to it. It's saying no to distractions and yes to your goals over and over again. Take Kobe Bryant. That guy was obsessed with discipline. While other players were out partying, he was in the gym at 4 a.m. shooting hundreds of free throws. He wasn't motivated every single day, but he was disciplined. And that's why he became one of the greatest basketball players of all time. How can you build discipline? Create a routine. Start with a simple, repeatable routine. For example, every morning, write down 3 things you need to accomplish that day. Use a timer. Set a timer for focused work. 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. Repeat. Accountability. Tell someone about your goals. Check in with them daily or weekly. Here's another harsh truth. Comfort is the enemy of success. If you're too comfortable, you're not growing. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that genuinely scared you? Most people avoid discomfort like the plague, but successful people, they seek it out. Imagine this, you're sitting on a couch, it's warm, it's cozy, and you're wrapped up in a blanket, scrolling through TikTok. It feels good, right? But that comfort zone is exactly where dreams go to die. Because while you're sitting there, time is passing, opportunities are slipping away, and life is moving on without you. Successful people understand that growth only happens outside the comfort zone. Take Elon Musk, for example. This guy went from selling Zip2 to risking everything on Tesla and SpaceX. He could have taken the easy route, retired early, and lived comfortably for the rest of his life. But he chose the uncomfortable path, invest in his own money, facing bankruptcy, and enduring public criticism. Why? Because he knew that comfort doesn't lead to greatness. How can you escape the comfort zone trap? Start small. You don't need to do something huge right away. Start with small discomforts, like waking up an hour earlier or starting a side project after work. Track your progress. Keep a discomfort journal. Write down one thing you did each day that scared you or made you uncomfortable. You'll be amazed at how much you grow over time. Visualize the outcome. When you're scared to take action, focus on the end result. How will you feel once you've done it? What will your life look like if you succeed? Remember, comfort zones feel good, but nothing ever grows there. Everyone can start something, a new workout routine, a side hustle, a YouTube channel, but sticking with it, that's where the real challenge begins. The reason most people never reach their goals isn't because they lack talent or resources, it's because they lack consistency. Picture this. You decide to get in shape, so you hit the gym for 2 hours. You feel great, post a selfie, and tell everyone you're going to work out every day. But then, the next day, you're sore, tired, and that couch looks way more inviting than the treadmill. So you skip a day, then another. And before you know it, that gym membership is just collecting dust. Consistency is boring. It's repetitive. It's not glamorous, but it's also the only way to see results. Think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That guy didn't get that body by hitting the gym once in a while. He's up at 4 a.m. every single day, doing the same workouts over and over. That's consistency in action. How can you stay consistent? Start small. Instead of aiming for 2 hours at the gym, start with 15 minutes. Do it every day until it becomes a habit. Track it. Use a habit tracker. Seeing those check marks add up can be incredibly motivating. Forgive yourself. You will slip up. You will miss a day. The key is not to let one bad day turn into a bad week or month. Get back on track immediately. Consistency isn't about doing a lot once. It's about doing a little every single day. Your mind is a powerful thing. If you're constantly feeding it with negativity, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, what's the point? You're programming yourself to fail. Think of your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt and negativity, what do you think will grow? Weeds. But if you plant seeds of positivity, optimism, and possibility, you're going to get a completely different outcome. Let me tell you about a guy named John. John was always complaining. He'd say things like, "I'll never get a promotion. I'm not smart enough to start a business. Why does nothing ever work out for me?" And guess what? Nothing ever did. He stayed stuck in the same dead-end job, surrounded by the same negative people, living the same predictable life. Now meet Lisa. Lisa used to be just like John, negative, complaining, always feeling like life was against her. But one day, she decided to change her mindset. She started a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things she was grateful for every morning. She started reading books about mindset and success, and slowly but surely, her life started to change. She got promoted, started her own business, and surrounded herself with positive, driven people. How can you change your mindset? Practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every morning. It sounds cheesy, but it works. Reframe your thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I'm learning how to do this. Surround yourself with positivity. Cut out negative influences, toxic people, negative media, and replace them with uplifting content. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Make sure you're using it to build yourself up, not tear yourself down. So, there you have it. The harsh truth about why most people will never be successful. It's not because they lack talent or resources. It's because they stay comfortable, avoid failure, lack consistency, and let negativity control their minds. But here's the thing. You don't have to be like most people. You can choose to break the cycle. Start by setting clear goals, taking small but consistent actions, and surrounding yourself with positivity. Remember, success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And every step you take in the right direction brings you closer to the life you want. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and drop a comment below. What's the one habit you're going to work on first? Thanks for hanging out with me today. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep pushing forward. You've got this.